Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Patty, and if you're hopping over from our other channel, Spring Hill Farms, thank you for joining us. And if you are just new to my new channel, thanks for popping over. If you'd like to check out our other channel, I'll have that link in the description below and you'll know what that channel is all about and what we're all about. Today we are going to be making some jalapeno poppers. These are freezer friendly and super easy to prepare. Takes no time at all. They're bacon wrapped. If you don't want to use the bacon, you don't have to, but super simple. So I went out and harvested, I think I have 35 just nice snack sized jalapeno peppers, and these are going to be cut in half, which will give us 70 in total. And then I'm going to pop some in the oven to show you what they're like at finished product. And I'm also going to use my vacuum sealer today and vacuum seal them after they've been froze. And I'll show you exactly how we're gonna do that. So let's jump right into it. All right, the first thing you wanna do is take your jalapenos. Actually, I'll just put them to the side. And you're gonna have a paper towel to put all of your stems and seeds on. What I do is, these are all washed, by the way. Give them a wash. We don't use any sprays or anything on ours, so I can just give them a quick rinse. From the grocery store, if you're not quite sure, give them a good scrub. I just pop the jalapeno stem off. And what you want to do, you can see the way the jalapeno is curved. You want to cut it on the curve so that when you are laying them out on the trays, they will lay flat. So we just cut it in half, best you can, and do not, by any means, put your fingers in your eyes, because it will burn. What I like to use is a grapefruit spoon. So it has a bit of serrated edge on it, and that's what I like to use. So I just go ahead and dig out the seeds and the pith stuff, the pulpy stuff, like that. And you can actually feel the heat in your eyes if it squirts, so just be very careful. And that's all I continue to do. I'm gonna go through all of these. I also I'm making more than one batch full, so once I have all this done, I'll explain the other ingredients. There aren't very many. But I take my trays and I line them with parchment paper because these are going to hold the stuffed jalapenos, and they're going to go into the freezer like this to freeze till they're stiff before I vacuum seal them. So I'm going to continue on doing this, and then we will be right back to show you what is next. And there we go, 70 halves of jalapeno hollowed out. Next thing, you're gonna take a bowl. I really didn't need a big bowl like this, but I can't find my smaller one. So I have about 1 1/4 cups of cream cheese. Plunk that in there. And about 1 1/4 cups of the sharp cheddar cheese, shredded. And what I'm going to do is just mix this up well with my spoon. You can use your hands if you want. It makes quite the mess though, so it's gooey. So if you're like me, I love to prepare stuff for the freezer. So when we have company come over, which doesn't happen nowadays, or we just want a nice midday, late night snack, whatever, I can just go to the freezer and pull out a few of these or other things that I'm going to be showing you. And my family absolutely loves jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon. Another thing I'm going to try is I also make pesto. basil pesto. So I'm going to try at some point some basil pesto mixed in a few of these. Now my husband Wayne, he does not like basil at all, so I would only make a few and make some just like this for him, and pesto ones for myself and our other family members who like pesto. So there we go. Very simple. Okay, that's done. Now we are going to take, I have 2 packs of bacon because I have more than enough jalapenos. Now, if you're making the large jalapenos, you would use 1 cup of cream cheese, 1 cup of shredded cheese of your choice, and 12 large jalapenos, which would give you 24. And the bacon, so if you have 24 large ones, you would use 12 slices of bacon cut in half. These are fairly small, so I'm going to cut them into 3s here instead of half. And you do not want to use thick bacon, just regular bacon. So you're going to take about, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon, and you're going to put your cream cheese in. Now what I do is I take a little bag, put it on my hand. You can use a glove. I just don't have any gloves. And pack it down like that. Okay. And I'll just do a few more here. So if you're doing that, you can actually, instead of using the spoon, you can pick it up with your bag and plunk it in. You don't want to overfill because all your cheese will ooze out when it's cooking. So like that. I'm just going to do this. Try to spoon it in. Okay. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to get right there because I'm going to bore you with my filling. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your piece of bacon and you're going to kind of stretch it out. Okay, I just got this all moved around for you so you can see a bit better. So what you want to do is you kind of stretch your bacon and you're going to wrap it, but you want to make sure that you put your bacon end at the bottom and wrap it around like that. And again, bring it as close to the bottom as you can and stick it. That way you don't need toothpicks in there. How pretty is that? And then lay it onto your pan. And we just continue doing this. So grab that. Yeah, if you had a full half slice of bacon on here, it would be a little bit too much. So just stick with the smaller pieces. And this also helps keep the cheese and stuff in. Oh, this one's going to be a little bit too short, but we'll stretch it. That's all right. So I'm going to continue on doing this, and I will show you when they are all wrapped and ready to go into the freezer to firm up. We will be right back. And there we go. I'm just going to put the rest of these into the freezer. So what I'm going to do is set it in the freezer on a flat surface, as flat as I can. And I'm going to let these firm up for an hour to 2 hours. Because I'm vacuum sealing, I want them to be as firm as possible because once all the air is taken out of the bags, it does tend to squish them if they're soft. If you don't have a vacuum sealer and you want to freeze these into Ziploc bags, what you do is take your Ziploc bag and lay it out. Put the jalapeno poppers in as flat as you can, and take as much air as you can out, and put them into the freezer as flat as you can. And then once they're firmed up, you make sure that they're about an hour or two until they're not going to stick together. And then you can tip the bag and let them touch, or you can let them touch anyhow. But you can let them sit on top of each other, take as much air out, and then put them back into the freezer. I'm gonna go ahead and put these into the freezer right now, and I'll be right back.
All right, so I kept four of these little babies out because I thought I'd have a snack just for you guys. I have my oven preheated at 425, which is wrong. We want to do, 450. And I'm going to keep these in the oven for, when you're cooking them from thawed, you're going to cook them for approximately 10 minutes at 450. So what I've done is, you do not want to set them on the bottom of your pan, especially when they're wrapped in bacon, because all that bacon grease will sit and it'll be soggy bacon. You don't want that. So what I did was took this is actually just a poached boiled egg holder for doing boiled eggs, and I just took the handle off like that, and just use your imagination. Put parchment paper at the bottom so it catches the drippings. Not necessary, but it does save on a lot of mess. And I'm going to throw these into the oven for about 10 minutes. So there we go. My oven light is burnt out, so. And I'll set my timer for 10 minutes and start. And there we go. We'll be back in 9 minutes and 55 seconds. All right, our 10 minutes is up. Let's check them out. Ooh, that's hot. And my bacon kind of fell off, but that's okay. Didn't fall off, actually. It just kind of shrunk up. You want to make sure that your bacon is a little bit crispy around the edges. I don't like mine super crispy, so this is exactly how I like them. If you want to, you could put them in for another 5 minutes. And that's it. They smell absolutely delicious. And you can see the drippings at the bottom, and that's why we use the parchment paper. There we go. They are going to be delicious. I'm going to let them cool, and I'll snack on them later on. All right, everyone. So I have taken my jalapeno poppers out of the freezer. It has been 1 hour and 15 minutes, and they're pretty solid. So they're good enough to do. I just want to show you how I vacuum seal. Now, if you don't have a vacuum sealer, don't worry about it. You can use Ziploc bags, you can use whatever, like I said earlier. This, it took me forever to bite the bullet and purchase one. It's the A-Box vacuum sealer, which is, this thing is seriously my best friend right now. It's an amazing, amazing tool. Like I seriously could vacuum seal everything. I have so much vacuum sealed, which next week I'll show you another tip for doing. What I do is I put 6 jalapeno poppers in each bag. Okay. Oops. I find that 6 jalapeno poppers is a perfect amount for one feed. It's very quiet. I got this off Amazon. I think I already said that. And then now it's sealing. There we go. I think I only put 5 in there. Yep, I only put 5 in there. Oh well, no big deal. And I always mark the date. So October 20. I don't have to have the exact date. Okay, that was a miscount. I don't even know how I did that. So I continue on. This time I will put 6. I promise you. Vacuum and seal. It also has a single seal, so if you didn't want to vacuum anything, you would just seal your bag. So, and a lot of times too, I have cut the bag in half, and then I've single sealed the bottom of this part, and then used 2 small bags. So the single seal is a great feature. And it relieves all the pressure and lifts up on its own. You pull it out, you tag it, October 20, and you just keep going. So that is it. So simple. The most time-consuming part of this is letting your jalapenos stiffen up. But other than that, it is amazing. Now, when my family comes, I can give them gift packs. I have so much stuff. So all I have to do is pull everything out of the freezer. Somebody comes over unannounced. You take stuff out of the freezer and voila, you have a meal. So if you want to join me, click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and I'll have a video up every week. See you soon. Bye.